I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power. One. The power. Two. The power.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and yo, man, let me tell y'all something right now, man. The fans right now, they are speaking, and they are speaking loudly, all right? The Acolyte, no matter where you go on social media, this thing is getting obliterated, all right? Obliterated. This thing is getting massacred in ways I have never seen before for a television series. This thing is getting dog-walked to the highest order, and nobody is showing any mercy whatsoever. They are coming for this thing's head, all right? Everybody's going for the high score. Nobody is slowing down whatsoever, man. Even on, like, these little promo videos, right? Like, they trying to cut this little promo video with the costume designer. So, yeah, you know, I designed some costumes and everything. Here's the work that I kind of did. You think people are like, this is the costume designer. Hell no, all right? They coming anyway. Mr. H said, scissor me timbers. He's space lesbians are crazy. Yo, Valiant Renegade said, I cannot believe y'all clipped that scene for a promo video. Sweet Jesus, who the hell runs this account? If you have a lick of sense, then let this show get memory hold under House of the Dragon, and y'all just pretend like this never ever happened. Yo, I mean, House of the Dragon is coming up this week. Valiant Renegade got a good point. You might just want to just quietly not say nothing else. Let everybody start talking about House of the Dragon. Oh, yeah, House of the Dragon, House of the Dragon. And just let this thing just kind of disappear into the atmosphere. Nobody will talk about it again. Trust me, all right? But if y'all keep putting these promo videos out, man, Valiant shows the screenshot right here, 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. 16%. I told y'all the other day that they are going to be trying to push this thing into the single digits. I think they're going to get there, all right? I think they're going to get there. This thing is going to get into the single digits, man. And again, nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. Look, John Douglas, how does it feel to be dragged like this? Take your time, man. This thing is getting that work, man. It is getting that work. It's almost as good as Willow. Yeah, that ain't saying nothing. All right. That tells me everything you need to know if you know about Willow. Willow was hot garbage, man. Didn't mind the first 2 episodes, but this third one is so bad. It's like it's on purpose. It is on purpose. They did every last bit of this thing on purpose. And look, they're getting everything they deserve right now. These bitches just can't count to 3 and they're coping hard. This is the comments on the Star Wars promo video, guys. This is the problem, is that they have nothing to show for themselves after all of this work. They spent $180 million on this series. $180 million. You could have made, what, 18 Godzilla -1s for that. They are getting that work right now. The fans are not letting up. And look, I don't blame them because it's been too long since we've had some good Star Wars. Like, yo, we got to get some good Star Wars back. You guys have taken over this franchise and you have ran it into the ground. Enough is enough. Yeah, man. So everybody's like, nah, okay, this is what y'all want to do. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, and this one right here, even in a galaxy far, far away and a long time ago, Disney managed to create a situation where black children grow up without a father in the home. Well done, Leslie. Well done. Yeah, exactly, man. Say, that's the problem, man. When you are so locked into your own ideology and your own agenda, you can't see straight. And then you end up just doing some bullshit like this, pushing other negative stereotypes, all right? Purporting other negative stereotypes in your own show. Probably wasn't even aware of it because they're so blinded by their own stupid ideology and whatever it is that they want to say. Oh, you know, it's all good to have like a bunch of women, you know, raising a bunch of kids. It's like, wait a minute. Where's the dads at? Where's the fathers at? We see what that does in the black community. So, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. But no, see, that's how they rock with it, okay? They hate men anyway. So, yeah, not surprising that they didn't want any men being on top, any men being in the home. You know, that's not important to them. Yeah, so, yeah, again, this is the kind of nonsense that happens when you're so focused on your stupid ideology. This guy, Son of Sean, 17%. I guess diversity is not your strength. It's not. It's not. I hope this is the biggest takeaway. Diversity is not a strength. It's actually a weakness, especially when it comes to storytelling, because your diversity is your ideology. Oh, we have to put so many black characters in here, so many women in here, so many LGBTQ people in here. We got to do all of this virtue signaling to these various communities that we forget to actually tell a good story. We forget the story aspect of it. Our whole focus is we got to get this diversity going. And that's the problem. That's how you end up screwing up and doing something like this, where you create a situation where black children are growing up without a father. You end up pushing some other sort of negative stereotype because you're so locked in on your own ideology that you've lost sight of everything else, including the entertainment factor, including actually entertaining the crowd or the audience, which is what your main goal should be. Your main goal should be, hey, let's tell good Star Wars stories. Let's get the Star Wars fan base invigorated. And, if there's some lessons to be learned or some other nonsense that we're trying to do, that'll come naturally. Like, I'm a black guy. I grew up obviously loving Star Wars. All right. And the focus wasn't on diversity, equity, and inclusion. The focus was, hey, we got this galaxy far, far away. We got these stories that we want to tell you. We got this hero's journey that Luke is going on. We got this, we got this, we got that. That's what they cared about. And guess what? You'll attract all of the people to it. And then if you want to do some stupid ass message, you just got to layer it so far down into the subtext that nobody even notices it until they've watched it like 10 times. And they say, you know what? I saw a hidden message in this show. Wow, isn't that something? That's how you do it. You don't slam people over the head with your dumb message. But unfortunately, Leslie Headland, she ain't learned that lesson. They are alienating so many people. Bingo. The power of losing fans. Beyond watchable. Yeah, it's unwatchable. It is unwatchable. It is so bad. All right. If fecal matter is regal, then yes. Please give Star Wars back to Lucas and Filoni. What are you talking about, River Jensen? Filoni is in on it, man. Filoni is part of the whole thing. Look at these scissors. Oh my God. Hey, look. If you just focused on telling a really, really good story, nobody would be doing all of this. Like I already have pointed out, Andor has a lesbian relationship. It's pretty obvious, okay? There is a lesbian relationship in Andor. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Still the best thing Star Wars did because they focused on what? Storytelling. They focused on what? Star Wars. People care about that. They don't, and then, there's a lesbian relationship. Who cares? All right? People just moved right past it. That's what they don't understand. But when you make that the centerpiece of the story, the centerpiece is about to be this lesbian coven of witches. All right, then, well, you get what you get. Look, the previous worst audience score was The Last Jedi, 41%. All right. The previous worst audience score was The Last Jedi at 41%. The previous worst TV series audience score was The Book of Boba Fett at 51%. And right now, this thing is sitting at 16%. So folks are pretty much saying it's more than doubly bad, all right? It's more than doubly as bad as The Last Jedi or 3 times as bad as The Book of Boba Fett. I mean, it is absolutely wild how this thing is getting drugged at this point, man. I don't know if this thing is going to get looked at, and the critic reviews starting to come down too, although it's still in the certified fresh. But even some of these critics, this thing was sitting in the 90s, right? It was like a strong 94 for a minute. And now more reviews are starting to trickle in. This thing is getting obliterated, man. Yeah, look, this ain't going to help either. This is on comicbookmovie.com. The Acolyte showrunner says we will learn more about May and Osha's conception. Do you think we care about May and Osha's conception? Do you think we give one damn about either one of these? We need to care about the characters first. I don't care about May or Osha, all right? I don't care about May or Osha, much less how they got here. If you don't care about a character, you don't care about where this character came from, you don't care about this character's journey, you don't care about any of the dumbass world building or any of the stupid ass you need to care about the character, all right? Not their backstory. The backstory is the least interesting thing a lot of times about the character. It's just like, oh, okay, that's some cool information, but it's not the most interesting thing about the character. The character is the most interesting thing about the character. Again, this is how you know Leslie Headland doesn't know how to write, because she's so concerned about all of this stupid little world building. The May and Osha's conception. Oh, there's this cool mystery. I don't care. I don't care about these characters, all right? You got to make me care about these little lesbian Rick Jameses. You got to make me care about them before you make me care about anything else. And I don't. So therefore, all of this is just worthless. Everything that's going on in this show right now is worthless. And look, that's the primary thing. If you're a writer, again, we talk about writing sometimes on here. You have to start off with the character, and the character has to be compelling, has to be interesting, has to get me as a reader or a watcher invested so that I want to go on the journey. I want to see what happens with this character. You know, most people have tuned out from these two characters and everybody else in this show by now. You know, everybody is just like, I'm done. I don't really care. Again, compare these characters to the character of Luke Skywalker. Compare them to the character of Anakin Skywalker. These were well-constructed, well-made characters. Now, I think George Lucas kind of sped ran Anakin's story, which he tried to fix in the Clone Wars. But nevertheless, the character was well done. All right? Luke was perfect. Perfect hero's journey story through Luke. But I could care less, man. I don't care about these little kids. You know, it's nothing against the actresses. All right? These characters, May and Osha, are boring as hell. All right? So is everything else in this show. Bad dialogue to boot. We don't even get good dialogue, you know? Like, at least give us some good, compelling dialogue. I actually might tune up just to hear what they got to say. I just, again, man, there's nothing for any Star Wars fan in this show. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing but laughter, okay? I told you guys, we are either going to get good Star Wars or we are going to have a whole lot of fun shitting on trash Disney Star Wars, and that's what we're getting right now. Let's do the last little refresh and see if it drops some more. No, not yet. All right, but hey, guess what? We got an opportunity to see this thing drop to 15, 14, 13. Again, I wonder if we will get to single digits by the next episode. Next episode drops on Tuesday. It'd be interesting to see how far this audience score goes down by then. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.